What's up, everybody? Joey G here for the final installment of Raw vs. Nitro Part 7, the death, the rip of WCW. But one thing I want to explain real quick, one shout out. It's not really a shout out, it's kind of a come at. String Bean Bill. Remember I saw you in January and you thought you were tough in front of your girl? And I know everybody that sees this will agree with me. You are a dork, String Bean Bill. You're a dork that used to drive a yellow car. My ex-girlfriend Jackie, I haven't had any contact really with her in the last 15 years, but I do know this. She used to order you around and make you do what she wanted to do, and when you weren't getting nothing, her and her sister, Anne Marie. How you guys doing? What do you call it? You're a dork, String Bean. You always be a dork. You're lucky that we were at my boy Mike's house that night, or else I would have ripped your face off. And you know I will, String Bean. My boy Bernie bitched you up. Everybody I know bitched you up. You were the Kenny Rocks #2. You're a dork, String Bean, and that's all I'll say. You got a problem with it, suck it, alright? For real. I'll kick your ass, and I'll make a man out of you, alright? A real man out of you, okay? I style, if you know what I'm saying, okay? So come get some. Don't sing it, bring it, you geek. You're a geek. And you were never part of the NWO. You were our bitch. We kicked you around, you big dork. You look like a scarecrow, you nerd. You want some, come get some. For real. You want some, come get some, geek. But that's enough airtime you get, you nerd. For real. And I'm dead serious, Bill. I will kick your ass. For real. You're a tall, skinny geek. For real. That's what me, Chris, and we all used to laugh at you. For real. You're a geek. I haven't said nothing because I haven't thought about it, but you're just such a nerd. You're such a dork. You and Terrell, you and Terrell, fucking nerds, for real. Anyways, Joey G, what's up? I'm gonna kick off the Raw vs. Nitro's Part 7, the final chapter. It's basically how I would do a String Bean Bill. Raw just crushed him, and even if I didn't crush String Bean Bill, I'd beat him with a bat. I'd stab him. You know what I mean? I'd kill him. That's all. He knows about it. Or I'd get his family. That's all. You know, everybody knows how I do. They know how Joey G does. I don't want to get off my topic though, but you know, everybody knows I got a bad temper. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna see you one day, Billy. I'm gonna see you one day, and these hands are gonna get loose on you. You know what I mean? But anyway, Raw vs. Nitro, the final thing, the death of WCW. 1999 was just all Raw. From the beginning. Like I said, the finger poke of doom with Hulk Hogan laying down in the Georgia Dome. Bischoff had to think of something. Mick Foley won the title. The same night, it was a tape version of Raw. It aired January 4th of 99. And what happened was, it was a Raw tape version, and Mick Foley won their tape. So dumbass Tony Schiavone gets on the air and goes, Mick Foley's going to win their world title. He used to work here as Cactus Jack. That's a put some butts in seats. Well, at that time, about 3 million TV sets changed from Nitro to Raw. So, they saw Mick Foley won the title, and then they went back to Nitro, but Raw won the ratings. And it wasn't Schiavone that said it. It was Bischoff or somebody back there. I think Bischoff. It was Bischoff. Bischoff, I think, admitted it on a DVD. And he said, I told Tony to say that, which was stupid because it backfired on WCW. Like I said, they did some good. The NWO was like the best thing they ever did. That was the only good thing they did, and it worked for 3 years. But after that, the Nitro, it was just corny. And there's really not enough to type. After February 99, Nitro was just corny. The rest of 99, they tried to recreate the NWO with Bret as the leader in Nitro of 2000, and Bret, everybody knew Bret wasn't friends with Kevin Scott. He might have been friendly with them, but they were Shawn Michaels' boys. They were his best friends. He was clique, like my clique, like the NWO, my boys. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Scott and all, even Jeff Jarrett, he was Shawn Michaels' friend. They weren't Bret Hart's friend. You know what I mean? They were just playing the storyline. And dumbass Goldberg, they were trying to build a Bret Hart Goldberg storyline that looked worth watching, and maybe one of the only things you could watch at WCW. Dumbass Goldberg decides to put his hand with nothing around it through his whole arm through a limo window, breaks all these tendons. He's out the whole year, the rest of 99 and half of 2000. So there goes your #1 babyface. So then all you guys the NWO, and then It got so watered down, it was just Jeff Jarrett and the Harris brothers wearing NWO stuff. I mean, it was an insult to my NWO, and I love the NWO. I still represent the NWO. I still give the click signs. Because that's what me and all my boys from back in the day, that's what we are, for life. And we're still all NWO brothers. But Nitro just went down the tubes. I mean, I watched it because I'm a fan. Just why I watch TNA now. I don't really watch TNA. I'll be on the internet. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, Raw, now getting back to them, 99 was the greatest year ever. I mean, This Is My Life, The Rock with Mick Foley. I mean, that's the highest Raw segment ever. Vince Russo, you know. People can say what they want about Vince Russo. Another episode I want to talk about on Nitro during the Monday night, you know, the end of the final Raw Nitro. Vince Russo and Eddie Ferraro were just great writers. And, you know, WCW snatched them up thinking that, I mean, it was almost you could see a transition. I mean, their first show I was at when Ed Ferraro and Vince Russo took over, it was at the Spectrum in Philly because WWE had the Wells Fargo Center and WCW went to the Spectrum, which was weird because I remember going to a Nitro when Nitro was killing Raw in '97, and I would go to Nitro at the Spectrum's small, and then you got Raw who was getting killed in the ratings in the big Wells Fargo Center. It's just weird, you know, one of them weird things. But at that time, Nitro belonged in the Spectrum, and Raw belonged in the Wells Fargo Center. But, I mean, you could just tell the difference of the show. Jeff Jarrett, he went back to WWE, and then he went back to WCW, and he smashed Buff in the head with a guitar. You could just tell the whole show changed. Like Kevin Nash and Scott Hall were fighting two chicks with, you know, in bikinis. You know, the chick took her, you know, her tomatoes and put Scott Hall's head in between them. It was funny, but it wasn't even like a wrestling show. Then that's the show that made Rey Mysterio, Billy Kidman, Eddie Guerrero was the LWO, Billy Kidman, Conan, who else was it? Rey Mysterio, Juventud Guerrero I love, one of the most underrated wrestlers ever, one of my favorites ever. I never mentioned him. Juventud Guerrero, my man, dropping E and rolling like a mug. I like him though, you know what I'm saying? That's my motherfucker. Juventud Guerrero, the Filthy Animals was like another. They were trying to get like a DX because they knew they couldn't do the NWO. The NWO was a straight heel group. The NWO is really like something with the Illuminati. You want to be for real, like the New World Order. But I mean, people that do that shit and say wrestling satanic, that's taking it too far. Like, I'm a Christian, I'm a born-again Christian, but I don't go as far to say wrestling's evil, it's violent. Come on. It's entertainment, man. Come on. That's what I'm trying to get in. And I'm a godly man, you know? I don't like to fight, you know? I didn't mean to, you know, want to curse this guy out. I did in the beginning of my show, but, you know, somebody's going to test my manhood, and I'm going to come at them. And they're going to have to fight me. And I don't care if I'm 27, 34, 37, 41, whatever. You don't know how old I am. I'm 37. I'm for real. You know what I mean? But it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's going to come at me. I'm going to, you know, rip their face off. I don't care who they are. You know what I mean? Especially a dork like that. You know what I mean? It's, you know, it's just like, it's going to be like that. You ain't going to think you're tough. And then that's it. You know, bottom line. Joey G always wins. I always win. I might lose, like Big Pun. I used to have a song. I'm not a player. I just crush a lot. And I'm trying not to curse, but you adults know what he's saying. I'm not a player. I just a lot. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm not a tough guy. I just win a lot. That's all. And I don't win the battle. I win the wars. I win where it really hurts. I get the people where it really hurts. That's Joey G. You know what I'm saying? I'm a nice guy, but you cross me, I wouldn't want to cross myself. You know, I wouldn't. I really wouldn't. But back to Raw. Raw was great. It was, you know, it was hitting. Then WWE went public with their company because they knew they had WCW buried in the sand. WrestleMania 2000 went back to Anaheim, and I remember the main event was a McMahon in every corner. And the idiots at WWE, I mean, this was a very stupid move because Chris Jericho, it was a McMahon match. It was a McMahon in every corner. That wasn't supposed to happen, okay? It involved Triple H was the champion, you know what I mean? He worked his way up. He was working that angle with Stephanie. It was the McMahon Helmsley era on Raw. They were running everything. They fired Mick Foley to The Rock, and all the WWE superstars came out. And Stone Cold was out at this time. Remember, he hurt his neck. Now, Survivor Series 99, they did a bait and switch to WWE. They advertised it for weeks, months, like a month, you know, that the title match, Triple H was the champion. The title match at Survivor Series 1999 in Detroit, Michigan at the Joe was going to be Triple H against Stone Cold and The Rock, which would have been a dream freaking match. We'd never seen that three-way. I mean, maybe it happened in a house show somewhere, but I never saw it. I never saw it on a DVD. I never saw it on demand. I never saw it on the network. I don't have the network, maybe, but I don't think that match ever happened. And that match was supposed to happen, but Austin was going out anyway. He wasn't going to win that match if he was going to participate in it, but Vince pulled him from that match. He was going to go in that match, but the reason why, and I'm going to tell you, was the same reason why before they turned The Rock heel. Before that happened, about 2 weeks before, they had Austin hit by a car, and that was all storylined with Rikishi hitting him with the car. You all know that. They were in the ring, Austin and The Rock, and The Rock started taking off his shirt. All Austin had on was I think he had his Austin 316 shirt on. He just took it off, and the crowd was saying, Rocky, Rocky. They were going back and forth, but then all of a sudden the Rocky chants took over. And like you could tell, like the cameras, like the sound barrier was trying to bleep it out. And then Vince knew he had to take Stone Cold out of that match. And that's why when Austin came back, he went heel. And the only way you could turn Austin heel was put him with McMahon. So you had you had a Survivor Series. Big Show was the Stone Cold replacement, and the Big Show actually won the title. He debuted in February of '99, and he won the WWE title, the world title of WWF at that time, in November of '99. So, WWE was just taking off. Raw was kicking Nitro's ass. David Arquette became the champion in 2000. That was a friggin' joke. I don't like David Arquette anyway. He was an idiot in Scream 1. Scream 1 was one of the greatest movies ever. Stu and Billy for life. Two of my favorite characters ever. We all go a little mad once in a while. Oh man, that's some good shit. That is. But, Joey G always keeping it real. Tonight, Raw, as you all know, is on, and basically that was the end of WCW. That's why we're not watching WCW tonight, but the Eagles are on tonight, and they're playing the Colts, and the Eagles will win. I am from Philadelphia. We are in Indianapolis tonight, and for all you Colt fans, you all can suck it. And I'm an Andrew Luck fan, too. I don't know the guy, but I do like him. I think he's got some good stats. But you've had your time, Colts. You've had your chance at Super Bowls. You won the Super Bowl in 2006? Yeah, they beat the Bears when Rex Grossman was their quarterback. So Eagles are going to win tonight. It's going to be a good Raw. Cena, a Paul Heyman guy. I think Cena is going to go heel. The rumor is Cena said he'll never go heel, but I think he will go heel. I really do. Or there's a rumor that he's going to be, Vince McMahon is pushing him, and he's pushing him, and he's pushing him. It's kind of like what Rocky told Tommy Morrison in Rocky V. They use you like bait till you have nothing left. And that's what Vince is doing to John Cena right now. It's on, websites. Vince is going to get as much mileage, as much as he can out of John Cena while he has the chance. He's going to do it. And, how much can John Cena's human, just like me, just like that idiot I talked about in the beginning of my show, just like all my boys, just like all my family, just like everybody. You know what I'm saying? The guy only can take so much. Yeah. Smoking's bad, I know. What am I going to say? It's bad. Don't smoke because it does cost a tooth. It is. It will. And the cigarettes are going up and I'm going to try to quit. For real. That's going to be my New Year's resolution. Remember that pay-per-view? And also, WWE going down in the pay-per-views and the gimmick pay-per-views. Raw going to be awesome tonight. I'll be flipping back and forth because I'm going to be watching the Eagles. They're playing the Colts, at Lucas Field or Lucas Oil Field, whatever it's called. But like I said, you know what I mean? Raw's going to be great tonight. Brock Lesnar, here comes the pain. 97, the Fanatic. What's up? I'm going to be on there. I'm going to call up there tomorrow, so I'll be listening for Joey G on 97, the Fanatic. But Raw versus Nitro. Nitro is now dead. Just like that other dork string bean. And Raw won, and they're still kicking ass, and they're about to go on in a half hour. And Joey G's about to kick back and relax. So look forward to my shows. I'll be doing a midweek report in a couple days. And I'll do a Raw review show tomorrow night and some more special news I got coming on some new superstars coming to the WWE. But this is Joey G and I'm out. Peace. String bean, you geek.